Hello everyone, it's time for game 2 in this best of 3 between EG's Huck and Quantic's Hyun. FH? Maybe just mistypo, mistypo there, whatever. Anyways, if that last map was basically new to me, maybe new to you, I don't know, but I'd certainly never seen it before. This is a map that's just so popular. Everybody loves this map. Everybody's playing this map. We are looking at Akilon Waste, a map that I honestly feel does somewhat favor Protoss in PvZ, simply because of how easy it is to go take to do a forge fast expand and then just take a third base and defend it quite easily. And that can make it very difficult for Zerg to stop Protoss, because Protoss wants to get to 3 bases. On 3 bases, they can have pretty much all the tech they want, and tech is good. So we are seeing a pylon on the low ground, usually indicative of a forge fast expand. Will we be seeing Nexus first? I don't think so. I thought I saw a click down there. Maybe that click was from Hyun. I do not know. Nope, there is the probe coming down. Are going to see it put a forge first. Safer build. I like that. We also see, well, I mean, what is the metagame for this? Because last game we did see a 15 hatch out of Hyun, but right now we are seeing a, I think it's probably 14-ish pool come down for Hyun. So I mean, like, I often see the pros, it's like they have the perfect response to their opponent, and they don't even see their opponent do it. How do they know? Oh my gosh, meta. It's not even, oh, yes! And he makes it just in time, denying that hatch. Denies it only for a little bit, though. Doesn't quite manage to deny it anymore. That's okay. Any denial is fine. He does have his Nexus just a tad bit behind Z, and, whoa. I think that's that's Chinese, I think. Whatever. Okay, listen. Let's be honest here. I know some Chinese, but my first off, my accent is terrible, and second, I've got like a second grade understanding of the language or something like that. It's ridiculous. Basically, don't ask me to do any serious translations for you. We are probably seeing, yep, there's going to be the drone for the third, right at about 300 minerals. Comes down just a tad late. Probably had his attention elsewhere. I mean, geez, look at that APM. But even then, we're only human. Everything's going according to plan for Huck. I do hear a little beep, meaning that somebody has sent me a message. Undoubtedly, probably Ghost King. Not important. We are not going to ignore that, because I am busy casting a fantastic match between Huck and Hyun. Why on earth would I ever do anything else? I don't know. Honestly, the amount I've actually started to play this game has just plummeted since I started casting. Whew. I don't think I've played a ladder 1v1 in like 4 days. Something like that. It's ridiculous. It's just, I really need to get back on that ladder, back doing what I can, but, well, this is just too good. This is just too good. Anyway, I will mention that for Zerg, because they often take this as their third, simply because it's a lot easier to defend since you can't break these rocks down quite as fast when going for that fast rebase, versus the Forge Fast Expand, they do, because of that, get a very easy to defend 4th base, which is not something you often talk about. Honestly, it's rare to say your third is easy to defend, but talking about a 4th base that's easy to defend, now that's just ridiculous. Honestly, that's what makes this map such a macro map, is that literally up until your 5th base, even your 5th base, I mean, you can just take this watchtower, and I believe this is a modified version of that, because there's often watchtowers here as well, I think, on the ladder, but you can just take this watchtower, and you have scouting all the way, almost, well, you almost get this ramp, even. Of course, you can't really wall this off versus Zerg, but hey, whatever. It's all right. I mean, asking for an easy to defend 5th base, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, we are seeing Stargate out of Huck once more. Was it scouted? It was not. Is he going to get that scout denied, though, is the question. Because Stargate is always the most effective when your opponent does not know it is coming. That is just my personal opinion. Oh, the pump fake with that Overlord. It's actually going to be able to get the scout off if he wants, if he knows. Indeed, there we go. Oh, edged forward. Nope, not going to let any scouting information go through. Going to send that Phoenix out. I would have preferred to have hidden my Phoenix for just a tad, but that's alright. It's all good. That probe just had the worst possible timing there, I think. Indeed. Oh my gosh, worst timing as he takes his 4th base though, so this pressure might be effective regardless. He does have to start to worry about what could be coming out of our green Protoss. Wow, sorry, I think he was blue last game maybe. No, I'm just messing. I am just getting confused. Do not mind me. What I will tell you though is that this pylon is done. Warp gate is done. Will we be seeing a warp in? How many warp gates does he have? Just 3? 3. Yeah, indeed, we are seeing it. We're going to be putting pressure on that 3rd base now. We are seeing these Phoenix move out. +1 weapons is done. It is indeed. That means these Lings probably will not. I don't know how well they'll be able to take out these Zerglings. There's way too many Zerglings there for those Zealots to even come close to taking out, and those Zerglings are on the warpath. They will be able to do a good amount of damage, especially if they can make it into that choke point. Never mind, those Lings are going to be heading right to the main base. Going to be, oh gosh, if they find that third, or if they find the 3rd, this is the perfect timing because these rocks are not down. These rocks are not down. These Zealots are going to have to try and hold this line. No, guess not. Just all the fake out. I don't even know what's happening anymore. We are seeing we're seeing a lot of creep spread here. Don't know if there's a queen devoted to it or if he's just, no, he's just using pure creep tumors for this. He does have 4 queens. Where is number 4? 111 is going to go down right here. As 4 Phoenix is enough to kill a queen. 3 Phoenix is too little. 4 is just right. I do actually love quite a bit of Phoenix. Do you see A-Ling there? Not going to be able to take that gateway out. Wonder if he will cancel these gateways. I'm thinking not, because it's an advantage in some ways to have this open so that when units come here you can crush them like we saw him try to do in that last game. Oh my gosh, that was so Gosu. Oh, I'm so happy about that. You can just tell that I am just happy about him trying to do that. We do see an observer now out on the field, and a robotics bay is coming down as well. Last game we did see Immortals and Templar tech. But now we are seeing the robotics bay. Colossus production seems a smart move to me because we'll be able to counter. He will be able to counter corruptors with void rays when those do come out. However, a lot of hydralisks are coming out on the field. The question is whether or not he can last long enough to get Colossus out. Always is the question. In PvZ, he is going to be murdering. Oh my gosh! Did you see it? Look at that! Oh my gosh! The corpse for the Zergling landed on the destructible rocks. Blizzard, I love you. You are amazing. 1 Hydralisk will go down. Will he lose a Phoenix? Yep, Phoenix for Hydralisk. Not sure if that's a good trade, but we are seeing Vipers now. Oh my gosh, I hate Vipers so much. They are like the perfect counter to Colossus along with all the others. So in some ways, I feel like just as Huck metagamed, and just this just instinctively knew that it would be spawning pool first on this map, Hyun now is returning the favor with the Vipers, knowing that did he scout this?
Our forces are
He didn't. Okay, he did not scout it. Just instinctively knowing that he'll be seeing Colossus production and gets those Vipers out. Even of course, Vipers. No, they're not actually that great for Stalkers because Stalkers are quite mobile and quite Is he gonna spot this? I do not think so. I do not. Oh my gosh, the meta for this. How do they do this? Is it just such a brilliant knowledge of timing? Is that what it is? I don't know. I want to though. He does now see the Vipers out on the field. He is going to have to be prepared for those +3 attack on the way once more, but we do have +1 on everything. Almost finished for Hug, and oh no, this isn't good. Swarm hosts and the enduring locusts. Now you know it's troublesome because we're going to be seeing that most dastardly of builds, Swarm host Viper. I don't think he quite has the creep spread though to start putting the statics right outside the base. Nevertheless, why do they always kill these destructible rocks? I don't know. Or not the destructible, the unbuildable plates. I don't really understand that, but whatever. Either way, we are going to be seeing an engagement soon. He does have to be careful with his Colossus. We are seeing Storm on the way and a Warp Prism coming down. I like that choice. There's the engagement. And oh, there comes the Viper just trying to get in, just trying to pull those Colossus out. He's going to send out that Warp Prism, but it will be spotted right away. He is not going to be able to get away with that. There is the spot on that. Sees it coming. Is going to go flat out over that. The question is whether or not he can distract long enough to get this drop done. I don't really think so. The wall has been broken there. We do see the units moving back. He does know this drop is coming. That is the one thing I've always thought, is that if you want to defeat a Swarm Host Viper, you need to be aggressive, you need to be dropping, you need to be everywhere at once. We do see +2 of everything on the way for Hyun. This game is looking a bit scary for Protoss. On the other hand, he does have a terrifying army of his own. We do have Zealot legs coming down. We have this Warp Prism just hanging out here. But a lot of, oh my gosh, all the crawlers. And there's the Vipers. Just going to be, oh my gosh, if he's got, yep, there we go. But Huck is not having anything of it, just pulling it out. That's sort of a waste of Viper energy, which in some ways is a waste of health. Maybe should have waited until those Hydralisks were in position. Either way, we do see now a big push out for our Protoss player. I will want to mention that Swarm Hosts are not quite as good on the defensive as they are on the aggressive. +1 armor is coming down as well. Chronoed as well. No, he is not. Just putting that pressure, coming back, forcing the burrow, and a waste of those locusts. Not going to be able to do much, but he will be losing a Colossus here. No, he will not lose this Colossus. Oh my gosh, so close. And these locusts, oh my gosh, traveling nearly the entire distance of the map, right to his door. Oh my gosh, how do they even... That is ridiculous! They can literally travel, basically, from Hyun's base to Huck's. That is not good. I don't see what he can do except run right by them and attempt to attack some different location. If they are just an inch forward, he could be in trouble. And there's the split. He will have to be careful with his units. The Locusts, of course, are just ridiculously, ridiculous. So that's just the plain and short of it. Do see the statics are coming down. Swarm Host Viper has begun. The question is whether he has enough in time, whether he can pull this off. I don't honestly think so. I feel like Huck may pick off a win here just because... Yeah, oh my gosh, he is in... Hyun is in trouble. There goes the storms down on those Swarm Hosts. He does force the unburrow. Advantage is his to some extent, but we did lose that Warp Prism. He cannot warp in at this base. There are a lot of Zerglings on the field and nothing to get rid of those Corruptors. He has to pull back because he is going to lose all of his Colossus. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. They're all dying. Look at that. Oh, this is just the worst position you can be in as Protoss to have won that ground battle and then lose everything beside it. Even losing that ground battle, he did not lose all that many Swarm Hosts. He just got that push back in time, only killed a few, and now, oh my gosh, Huck is on the defensive once more. Now, can I just say this is terrifying to try to beat down? Because, listen, when you're trying to fight Locust, it's just terrible because they're free and your units aren't. And there's almost no way to handle them. Here comes the burrow, or will he will not be in time. If he can, oh my gosh, look at that. There is the burrow. Is there an observer there? There is not, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been almost perfect for everything. We do see the engagement. Now, this is going to be a problem because his army is effectively pinned defending his 4th base, but his 3rd is vulnerable. There is the mothership core there, able to do photon overcharge, able to do time warp. There is a run-by happening with those zealots made all the more effective because of the lack of creep. Those lings will be deployed, but those swarm hosts are holding the line. It might be enough. What are we going to see? Those zealots sacrificing their lives for ire. It's all they can do. Oh my god, swarm hosts are good. Those zealots will fall to those lings. Swarm host Viper, how on earth do you even engage this? Just like that, you just completely ignore it and run forward. If you can, you mean base trading with swarm host seems awkward, but what else are you gonna do? Killing that queen, denying creep spread, very good, will stop him from using those swarm hosts to their full efficacy. We do see the engagement coming along here. Those locusts are moving back, swarm hosts are coming back, but all of a sudden we're in a position where Huck has the supreme area here. Oh my god, if he needs to move these colossus, he needs to move them back. He's going to lose all these colossus once more. I thought he had the supreme advantage, but he does not. Those lings and locusts will be able to clean this up, I'm thinking. There is the Archon coming down. Will it Archon even survives? That's pretty darn amazing, but it's gonna lose there. It will be enough to let Puck into the main base of Hyun with these stalkers. Is it enough? I feel it might not be, simply because speedlings are OP. There is that High Templar going to die, maybe giving no. Was about to say you might have gotten a last feedback off. Now we're seeing all this go to Blink Micro, a couple more Colossus on the way. What is going to be happening here? Queen does go down. Not going, oh, he's just harassing everywhere. There are statics everywhere on this map though. It will not be enough. He's only doing superficial damage. He needs to be killing workers. But even if he was, the bank for both these players, the amount of bases, we do see another attack coming here. Just zealots, but look at all those spine callers. They're, even with the upgrades, they will not be able to do enough. This base is as defended as it needs to be. And Protoss is once again on, not even just defensive. This game, I mean, what does the units lost tab look like? Oh my gosh, this is just terrible. How do you even deal with this kind of match? All this aggression to no end. All those zealots are moving out. Once again, cost him a lot of minerals, and these things will they be done in time? I don't know. What I do know is those swarm hosts are right there going to be, and all of this is being spotted with that creep spread. That probe is going to be taken out. These lings are in danger. I don't feel like he is going to lose any of them, really. Those zealots do retreat a little less for wear. Maybe he will lose. Oh, there are 3-3s, so he's not even, this is not even damaging them hardly. That is ridiculous. And there is that queen going down again. This creep spread is looking a little haggard. Almost nothing in this area. No sight line. But on the other hand, how much do you need? The creep spread has officially reached the top ramp of Huck. The ramp to the natural of Huck. He is now a problem. We do see a little bit of that creep spread getting denied. And the stalkers are moving out. We do see zealots trying to take out that wall, just dying to the locust. Oh my gosh. Huck's play is brilliant, but I just don't feel it's going to be enough. Look at this game. What are we watching? Greater Spire is on the way. Broodlords might be the nail in the coffin. This game has just been intense. I'm amazed that Protoss is still alive. Huck is not going to go down without a fight. This is why he's Grandmaster, because he's awesome like that. Look at all those, oh my gosh, those changelings. What the heck is up with that? I do not know what the point of all these changelings are. Huh. Well, whatever. Whatever the point of said changelings are, I do not know. What I do know is that oh gosh, these Archons are just the most unlucky creatures in the world. They keep just dying as soon as they spawn. And there's a huge engagement going on here. Lots of swarms, lots of locusts. Oh my gosh, Huck, you can't. Those corruptors just keep tearing everything to shreds. That's the problem here, is that these corruptors, I mean, he's winning the ground army, I feel, but losing the battle in the air. How do you even deal with that? My first instinct, of course, is to get Void Rays out, but we have not seen any production out of this, Stargate since the beginning. He has managed to secure his 5th base, something which I am very impressed with considering the situation, but the units lost tab is not telling a lie. We are nearly approaching 10,000 more resources in the favor of Hyun. He is just massacring the Protoss on this map, but Huck is not going down without a fight. Brood Lords are coming down. We are seeing 3-3 on the way. +1 shields will be coming down for Protoss. I feel like he needs air if he wants to handle this at all. It's just my personal belief is that versus Zerg you need to transition into air. Now here's the thing, is this going to become a base race at the 30-minute mark? I don't feel it will. We do have more zealots coming in here, but there are so many spine crawlers. That base is just not going to fall to anything short of Colossus, or at least ton of Blink Stalkers. I mean, you probably could with enough zealot. What is up with all these overseers? Oh my gosh, what are we? This is just a massive mob. Are they? Oh my! How can you? Oh, and there you go. One already abducted and pulled forward. I feel like it's to deny feedbacks. Indeed it is. Nothing good is going to be able to happen. All those feedbacks were spent. We are seeing them now begin to become Archons. He is pushing forward, but there's the burrow. We are seeing a lot less Swarm House on the field, but more are coming up. He lost that engagement for once, but it will not be enough. Huck does not have forces to press forward. I don't believe he will try and finally kill this base. He really wants this one dead, but I don't think he has enough to do it, not with all those infestors and the remaining swarm hosts on the field with all the rest coming out now. He does indeed pull back, killing as much of that creep spread as he possibly can. What again is up with all of these changelings? Oh my gosh. But these changelings are not lasting long at all. That's the best part about it, is he's just denying them all day long. Whew. Oh my gosh. And on the other hand, though, he is running out of resources basically everywhere at once. He really needs to be taking another base here, and I just don't know if he's able to do it. I don't know if he can pull off taking this base and be still defended, because we are seeing these locusts move out. They're getting that little bit of boost from that creep. Wow, just my voice, I'm just losing it because I'm just talking so fast, so much. There's the engagement, but these locusts are going to make it. They will not be able to get that pylon. And we are starting to see that transition into Sky Toss. Is it going to be enough, or is it too little, too late? Zealots moving forward. Will they be able to get anything accomplished? I do not feel they will. Why did they stop there? Do not know why they stopped there. Do not have any clue. We will be seeing one heck of an interesting... Oh my god, so many changelings. Oh my, it's just an army of changelings. And that is the worst Colossus position ever. Oh my gosh, are those... And that's infested Terrans coming down, all those free units. We're going to lose all these Colossus once more, and Huck's army has been decimated, or most of it has. All those Stalkers are over there trying to run away, not going to make it. There goes another Archon down. Will this Archon survive? It will not. Oh my gosh, what this game is in just crate, and 20 infestors. Oh my god, what are we looking at? So many infestors, and Tempest now coming out on the field. Don't know if that's the right choice. Void Rays do seem to me like the better one. How, on the other hand, finally some of those changelings did make it through. He is going to scout the fleet beacon and that extra Stargate. Oh my gosh, this game, +2 shields and +1 attack on the way, but I will mention that Zerg has been at 333 whatevs for this entire game. It feels like almost Stalkers have engaged all those infestors, not able to quite do enough. Simply they just do not have the energy yet. This is turning into just the craziest unit composition. What are we looking at? Broodlord, Corruptor, Swarm Host, Infestor. It's like Broodfester on steroids or something. I don't know, it's not even really Broodfester, but whatever, it's on steroids. Finally noticing that those are changelings, I believe, but it is too late. They already died. Do see the Locust begin to move in on this base, going to probably kill that cannon. No, just far enough away that that cannon does survive. Oh my god. Listen, every time he moves in with Zealots, Hyun responds by just making a ridiculous amount of changelings, and I feel like Huck is in a bit of a predicament here, because he's going to start losing income compared to his opponent. Did we see a cancel there? I'm not even sure if that was a cancel or if it just died. Oh my gosh, I feel like it was a cancel. We are seeing the Tempest. The problem is I don't know if Tempest production is the right choice. Simply because Tempests don't do well versus Corruptors, and Corruptors are the big problem here. I really feel like we should be seeing Voids. Of course, that extra range is important, and there are so many Corruptors on the field. Oh my gosh, this game. Eek. On the other hand, the problem really becomes, is he able to save this Nexus? He needs to do it. He needs this income so badly, just like Hyun needs to be able to take another base. Whether or not he's able to, I do not know. What I do know is that the unit's loss tab has finally been sort of evened out here, with only 5,000 more now for Hyun for Huck than Hyun, which is much. Oh my, it's like an army of changelings to hold that watchtower. Oh my gosh, there's another warp-in happening there, and then those locusts are just gonna come in, and they do have enough time on them to finally get into that mineral line. Gonna start losing probes here, but he does have extra. He does have probes to burn, but the question is whether or not it will be enough. Once again, we are seeing an engagement here. I feel like everything's going to be lost to those fungals. Oh my gosh, this game. Huck, what is going on? Hyun, help me. How do I deal with this? The base count is ridiculous. Zerg is effectively, the only base that has not been attempted to be taken is this one. Don't know if we've seen it. We will see this base fall. That many infested Terrans cannot be denied. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Or am I wrong? Am I completely and utterly wrong? I believe I am. The infested Terrans are being torn to shreds. The question is whether or not the Corruptors will be enough to take out all the other units on the field. There's the abduction happening. This base will fall once more. Oh my gosh. How many kills does this Nexus have? It's a 12-kill Nexus of all things. Oh my god, and I feel like this is the push that will just defeat Huck. I feel like this army has been broken, but Huck is not giving up. Oh my gosh, those Broodlords are in danger of being taken out, but the Locusts are getting so many hits off. Don't know if it matters, because we are looking, he has almost no gas to speak of. How much gas does he mine? He's mining off of one base worth of gas. It will not be enough to support Protoss production. He is going to lose that Immortals to that one Broodlord, that Ravager Broodlord. Nobody ever talks about what Broodlords make it to. Long distance mining has begun. Oh my goodness gracious. He has no other choice, frankly. He has to keep up his income if he wants this game to succeed. But we're not seeing too much different of a situation from Hyun, whose income is also rapidly declining. He does have the advantage for now, and of course he has that massive army of infestors who don't need minerals to keep producing. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Huck is on the ropes. Can he pull this back? Void Rays finally being produced. There are too many Corruptors for that to matter, I feel. 28 Corruptors are on the field. You need a lot of Void Rays to deal with that, especially because the upgrade advantage is far in favor of our Zerg player. And just sort of a desperate push happening here will not be enough. There are statics everywhere on this map. He will be able to take that down, but what is he going to get from this? There is nothing in this base worth taking except for that hive. And that will not, he won't be able to kill that in time. There finally a base is coming down. He will not be able to deny this. It's just not going to happen. Oh goodness, and there it is. I don't feel there's any way Huck can come back from it at this point. We do see a couple of Void Rays. We have a lot of probes, but a lot of probes doing nothing. Long distance mining. Oh my gosh, there's the fungal. Just managing to get those stalkers. And the supply now for our Protoss is now pretty much just probes. He has no real income. Oh my goodness gracious, this has been the longest game I think I've ever seen in a pro level match. We are seeing the probes now beginning to go over here. They will be attempting to long distance mine this location, but you saw those clicks. We have Lings moving out. It will not be happening. Canada has fallen. GG Huck, and he loses this best of 3 series to Quantix Hyun. We'll see what happens next. So excited. Such a good game. I'll see y'all.